Hey everybody, welcome back to something about Web3. I am Dan. I'm here with Kazuaki.
Hey.
I woke up early today, so I'm full of energy. Tomorrow, I'm going to the Ghibli Museum.
Oh, is that the one just came out?
No, I'm going to the old one.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's too close to Tokyo, so it's in
Yeah.
the Tokyo.
yeah. I'm excited, but I don't want to say exactly when I'll be there, just in case one of my stalkers is listening. But yeah, I'm excited. Celebrate my Ghibli NFT purchase.
Nice.
Apparently, you can't get tickets if you're a foreigner, or not if you're a foreigner, but if you're not a resident right now. They said we don't want any tourists coming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they just reopened like last month or something like
Okay.
that. So
Yeah.
only
Hmm.
only Japanese and people whose Nihongo is Jozu are allowed to go.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
BS.
Is it? I like it. I think it's good.
Really?
It's too many tourists in town now.
Oh yeah.
Did I talk about this on the podcast? I went out to dinner the other night and there was a vlogger there streaming on Twitch with some girl.
Yeah. No.
And they were just like going wild. It was pretty
Like-
cringe to see in real life. Just these
Like
people
how
sitting at a table.
crazy it was.
I don't know. They're just being loud, you know.
Yeah.
I think it was like some Korean girl or Chinese girl,
Oh.
some white guy.
Oh wow.
So, classic combo
Yeah.
for Twitch streamers. Anyway. So, yeah, Salvatore, if you're listening to the podcast, come see me at Ghibli Museum if you want. If you really want to sponsor the show.
Oh, yeah.
Still emailing me
Yeah.
like every other
Nice.
day. His last email said, "Hey, can you see this?" Something like that. Is this
Yeah.
email still working? He clearly doesn't listen to the show. If he did, he would
I know.
write something in the email about how we're making fun of him every week. But anyway, we got a jam-packed week full of news of all kinds. Feels like there's stuff I didn't even put on here that I want to talk about. Breaking news today. Twitter layoffs have begun. If you go on Twitter right now, you could see all kinds of Twitter employees tweeting that they've been locked out of their laptops.
Oh wow.
Elon Musk sent out an email last night that was leaked that said the office is closed tomorrow. You'll receive an email today. Everyone will receive an email saying whether or not you get to keep your job.
Wow.
If it goes to your personal email, you're fired. If it goes to your work email, you're still employed.
Oh, my God.
But apparently people just getting locked out of their laptops ahead of receiving the email, which basically means you've been fired. So, pretty exciting stuff.
Yep.
Did you hear what Elon was doing to figure out
No.
who was going to stay and who was going to go?
No, I only knew about the Ligma Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently he brought in a bunch of engineers from Tesla and
Oh yeah, doing that code review thing.
boring. Yeah, and he asked
Yeah.
the engineers to print out their last 60 days of commits on paper and give them to these code reviewers. And that was how they determined whether you'd stay or go. Also, apparently there's no remote work anymore. You have to go to the office. So I don't know. Interesting stuff. I think this seems like a one-off, right? Because of Elon.
Yeah.
But as we reported on this show months ago, there were hiring freezes put in effect across big tech, Microsoft, Facebook, Meta, Apple, Amazon, etc. And now we're seeing layoffs. I wouldn't be surprised if we see layoffs across the entire board. This brings me to my next point. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell angrily murmuring at reporters during the press conference. I think some reporter asked him, like, hey, stocks are pumping right now after your remarks. Like, should that be happening? And he was like, no. And that made the entire stock market just crash as soon as he said, yeah, should not be pumping stocks. What I said was not a good thing. You know, they're trying to fight inflation, but also, like, no one is working. It's a big problem after COVID. No one wants to work.
Yeah.
Everyone's quitting and waiting for their next stimmy check so that they can order Mr. Beast burger. But it's not coming. And Jerome Powell wants you to get back to work, wagey. Get in the cagey. Get back to work. So he's going to continue to increase. The last one was 0.75 basis points. Or no, 75 basis points. Excuse me. I sound like an idiot now. Kind of economist am I? So the value of the dollar continuing to increase.
Yep.
Japan as well, fighting for its life with the yen, selling off dollar reserves, purchasing yen, and Japan now sending out stimmy checks. Apparently, they're going to pay 20% of our electricity bill, something like that. Did you hear anything about this?
No, not really.
You didn't hear about this? Yeah, apparently they're going to start paying part of our electricity bill.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going to start mining Dogecoin or whatever.
Yeah.
Subsidized by Japanese government. But that's good. Going into the winter, I think, particularly good. Though it's unseasonably warm still, I think.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the economy, not doing well. The dollar continues to strengthen. Coinbase revenue falls 44% in one quarter. Not great. Cathie Wood needs to sell the remaining Coinbase shares. What bad timing for Coinbase to IPO.
Yeah, that's massive.
And I saw also Robinhood seeing a big quarter-over-quarter decline in their daily active users. Me personally, I'm buying 3x inverse ETF on real estate. That was my recent stock purchase. Not going well, but it's fun. So I feel like Michael Burry,
Betting on the Big Short.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's just a 3x inverse ETF.
Yeah.
They only have $100 million under management, though. So I don't understand. What the hell am I even betting on here? It's like 10 houses in Canada.
Wow.
Or something, right? Like, it's not even that much. So probably some sort of scam. But anyway, I thought I would do my last hurrah with Robinhood before I become a tax resident of Japan, and I'm no longer able to trade U.S. stocks. Once that rule kicks in for me, because I've been in Japan too long. But anyway, the economy collapsing, and like not even close to the bottom, in my opinion. Like, I think it's just beginning.
Yeah.
This Twitter stuff, I think, is a harbinger of the incoming depression or whatever. Harbinger or harbinger?
I usually hear harbinger.
Okay, we'll go with harbinger.
Yeah.
I don't know. Stay in dollars, I guess. Stay in dollars. Or stay in currency. Preferably U.S. dollars.
Yep. JPY is a shit coin. That's
yeah.
where I always see.
That's brutal, but it's kind of true.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll see 200 yen to the dollar?
I think 200 is like too aggressive, but like I saw some people say it might be like 180.
Oh, some reason that sounds worse.
Yeah.
That would be massive.
I know.
Well, it's really interesting. The Japanese central bank it's hard to tell like exactly what they're trying to do. You're kind of caught in a rock and a hard place, you know? Between a rock and a hard place.
Mm-hmm.
Because my English is getting worse, by the way. Because the inflation in Japan is like a global leader in low inflation right now. I think it's at 3%, which is decent. Maybe normally that's a little on the high side, but compared to the rest of the world, it's one of the lowest.
Right.
Which sounds good. And I feel like you probably can feel it here. I know I can feel it. Like inflation isn't that high here.
Right.
I saw someone who bought, they went to Five Guys, burger and fries in America. You know that place?
Yeah.
They bought a burger, regular burger, like cheeseburger, small Coca-Cola, small fries, and it was $15.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like over $20
Japanese,
way over $20. Or way over 2,000 yen. Not $20. But a burger here is still $5 or 500 yen, 600 yen, right?
Yeah.
So the inflation here is quite low, but at the same time, the Japanese central bank they actually want to increase inflation because the debt to GDP ratio in Japan is one of the highest in the world. And so as inflation increases, the Japanese government's debt actually goes down because the value of the debt is lowered. So in some ways they want to increase inflation, but in other ways they don't want the Japanese citizens to put their heads on pitchforks.
Right.
So it's really tough for them. And I think unemployment is relatively low here as well. So they don't necessarily need inflation for unemployment purposes. I don't know. I see a lot of people on Twitter who are not, don't live in Japan or whatever. Maybe they're just interested in Forex or interested in economics, and they're saying that Japan may be like the first in this upcoming depression, maybe the first country to basically collapse or default on debts, kind of like Greece did back in the previous recession. Was the first country. Maybe it was only one of the only countries that actually defaulted, right?
Yep.
But if that happens to Japan, it could be like kind of a Asian version of the European recession. Will kick off a lot of bad things, especially if China gets involved.
Yep.
And I don't know what would happen if Japan defaulted on their debts. Ironically, most of Japan's debts are to Japan.
I know.
So it's not that big of a deal, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You know, like the situation is much different. Like on the Greek side, like they use euro, but like here in Japan, like we are the only country who use the Japanese yen.
Yeah.
So it might be a little bit different.
Yeah. It's interesting to think about. Japan really is a leader in modern monetary theory. When you think about it.
we have like unlimited money printers.
Yeah. but so far it's working. Ironically enough, things aren't great. There isn't a whole lot of upward mobility, but at the same time, the standard of living for the average person is pretty high compared to most countries. So I don't know. Who knows what will happen? Well, but eyes are on Japan, I think, because the term modern monetary theory gets thrown around a lot. But it's theory, Yep. But Japan is doing it. Japan is just straight up doing it, and we'll see what happens. I don't know. We'll see. Speaking of currencies, JP Morgan executing their first on-chain trades. I heard they used Aave as well as Uniswap to trade Singapore dollars for something else. Something like that, right? I didn't really read the article. But I saw that they were messing around with stable coins, which makes sense, right?
Yeah.
They're doing a pilot project with Singapore, tokenizing foreign exchange reserves. Oh, and trading them for government bonds on Uniswap and on Aave. That's pretty exciting. It's been a while since we had something exciting happen in DeFi. So, yeah, I think it's quite good. They did do KYC and all this stuff, right? So good for them, I guess. Someone should find that address and send them a little gift from Tornado Cash. I probably shouldn't say that. It's probably illegal to say. Someone shouldn't do that. That's what I meant to say. Someone shouldn't do that. That would be bad. I wouldn't agree with that. I would never do something like that. And I think anyone who does is a bad person. And I disagree with it. But if that happened, well, anyway. So that's exciting. Maybe, yeah. What do you think? Tokenized government bonds. That's an interesting idea.
Yeah. I think it's a great move for the crypto industry.
Hey, you know, that maybe they should start selling government bonds more to retail.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can buy government bonds, right? Well, you can buy savings bonds. I don't think it's the same thing, though. Is it? Do they have that in Japan, savings bonds? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Where do you get that? At the bank?
That's a good question. I don't know. I never get interested in bonds.
Yeah. It's something boomers used to do a lot, right?
Yeah.
In my
like
baby
our
book.
Parents.
Yeah. When I was a baby, my grandmother bought a savings bond for $100 or something. That was like a 20-year maturity.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to it. But that used to be a big thing. Well, they used to finance wars with government bonds, right? That was a big thing too. They used government bonds and racism to finance wars. Have you ever seen the U.S. government war bond propaganda from World War II?
No.
It's all anti-Japanese stuff.
Wow.
Check it out sometime. I mean, it's incredibly racist.
Yeah.
But it's kind of funny to think about now that at that time, the U.S. and Japan were like the worst enemies on earth.
Yeah.
And now we're best friends, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if in Japan there were some sort of racist anti-American war bond advertisements. Probably, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to check it out. I know Germany had a bunch, and they portrayed America as like a Ku Klux Klan member with bombs for legs. I think that's one of the famous ones.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Basically saying that America is very racist.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the Nazi Germany criticism of America at that time. So, interesting ideas there. But anyway, so you can go buy. Yeah, they should make government war bonds NFTs with racist art.
Yep.
And then they could sell those to finance the war in Ukraine. That would be good. Some sort of racist Russian NFT. I think if you did a racist Russian NFT series, everyone would love it, and no one would think it was racist, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what the Russian stereotypes really are. They drink a lot of vodka or something. Everyone drinks a lot of vodka, but someone should do that. Not me though. I would never do something like that. Anyway, so good for JP Morgan. How about they buy some Miladies? That would be good. JP Morgan.
Yeah.
Send them a Milady. That's a good idea.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. What is the story you have in here about a Web3 CEO getting their NFT stolen? What NFT was it? Was it a good one? It looks like a foundation one or something.
Yeah. I haven't really taken a look at it, but yeah, his Twitter account was hijacked, and then since like Twitter and NFTs are linked together, so like he's propagating fake advertisement on the Twitter, and then all of his company's NFT were stolen basically.
Jeez. Yeah, I see he got SIM swapped. Classic attack, SIM swap.
Yep.
It only takes one stoned person at Verizon help desk to steal all your NFTs. Actually, you know what? The when they do the SIM swaps, they're pretty convincing. If you ever like look into what they actually do to do it, they're not like it's not amateur hour. They like call up Verizon and they got like a recording of a baby crying in the background.
Yeah.
And all kinds of, and they're like, "Oh, I'm on vacation and I lost my phone and I can't call my husband and the baby is panicking and all this stuff and you know, I need some help. My sister gave me her old phone and I need to switch it." And they're like, "Oh yeah, okay, we'll solve your problem. Don't worry about it. We'll get this fixed for you quickly," you know. And they just do it. And because it sounds like someone's in trouble and they need to do this fast, right? So they come up with like these very convincing stories. It's not what you would think it is, where it's someone saying like, "I lost my phone. Can you please swap it to my new phone?" Like they set it up. It's like seriously scripted. They think quite hard about it, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he got SIM swapped, which means all his 2FAs broken. Never use text messaging for 2FA, by the way. That's how you get destroyed. Always use YubiKey, something like that.
Yep.
Cannot be swapped. And so this guy's account tweeted some scam link for NFT whitelist.
Yep.
And someone lost, I see, a mutant ape.
Daigaku?
What's that?
Digi Daigaku? That's what his NFT called.
Digi Daigaku.
It means digital
college?
College, university.
Sounds stupid. So that's a real project that he icing. Okay. I'd never heard of that. It looks terrible. Nah, it looks fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the way, if you go to good for MetaMask now, they've identified some like common signature scams. MetaMask signature, private key signature stuff. Because MetaMask used to just ask you to sign something and it would like show you the payload. But whatever. Actually good sites will put English language in the payload so you can have an idea of what you're signing. But that's not always the case. But now it actually warns you like what the implications of certain common signatures are. So it would be like, if you sign this, you're approving all of your NFTs for sale on OpenSea or whatever, you know? So anyway, well, you know what? The NFT market's still alive and well because people are at least interested in stealing them.
Yep.
So yeah. How about that? NFT haters. I don't know.
Is there
anyone
NFT
buying the
haters?
Reddit NFTs anymore?
Oh wow.
I hope so. That was exciting last week. Reddit releasing their NFTs. Go back to the previous episode if you want to hear our hot takes, kind stranger. Anyway. Well, speaking of Web3 CEOs, one of the founders of MakerDAO, stablecoin developer, found dead in Puerto Rico hours after tweeting that he thought the CIA was going to murder him. Quite unfortunate. Apparently, this guy, Nikolai Mushigian, totally mispronounced it, I'm sure, was found dead on Friday in Puerto Rico after being washed out to sea swimming. But then the Coast Guard or whatever recovered his body. He was a co-founder of Balancer and the Rye token. Worked on DAI as well. And interestingly enough, this is also just days after MakerDAO announces a partnership with Coinbase to custody, I think, $150 million worth of Tether with Coinbase, something like that. I had heard some rumors around that as well, that this was something that they were pressured to do by some government agency, I think in the U.S. So pretty sad news. I saw all kinds of comments on the internet saying, like, you know, this whole stablecoin DeFi thing is heating up quite a bit. There's a lot of money in finance, and there's a lot of money in creating currency. And this stuff is a real threat to some very powerful and rich organizations. So it's not a game, as many people said on Twitter, 4chan, and elsewhere when hearing about this terrible news. So you definitely have to be careful. It's just not worth it to be what do we call someone who's not anonymous? I don't want to use any derogatory terms. Normally I hear quite derogatory terms about people who are not anonymous on Twitter and stuff. But not worth it to put your real name out there lately, it seems. Go to jail for writing some code, or you get killed. Hopefully that's not true, that he was killed. But sad news all around. Only 29 years old. I don't know. Like, I feel pretty good about DAI in general lately, but maybe only because I don't feel good about Tether or USDC. I'm no longer USDC bull, by the way. I'm now a USD bull. Fiat dollars under the mattress bull. That's the only way.
Yep.
USDC eager to participate in the Tornado Cash sanctions, in my opinion. Unsurprisingly. DAI, of course. Well, Tether, who knows what's going on there. Apparently Tether has sold all their commercial paper. Something they announced, I think, in the last month. They no longer back Tether with commercial paper at all. Commercial paper being private business debt. Not even stocks, right? But corporate bonds, I think they call commercial paper. Kind of a risky asset class, right?
Yep.
So I think it was long rumored that Tether was backed by a lot of commercial paper, and they said no longer the case. So that basically leaves DAI. DAI backed in a large part by USDC and Tether. So I guess it diversifies your risk a little bit to hold DAI. Whatever happened to Psi? Now that's a stable coin for me, single asset, right?
Yep.
I actually found some in one of my wallets a while ago, and I sold it, and it was worth more than $1. So
nice.
Yeah. So depegged in the wrong way, but I think at that time it was only backed by Ethereum, right? Yeah. So they should do that. Someone should do that again. Right? You could just do that, right? There's no, I mean, why not? Maybe I'll do it. What should I call it? I'll call it Elon Doge Tesla Inu. But it'll be a stable coin that's backed by Ethereum. Well, anyway, speaking of total garbage shit coins, Fantom.
That's
Andre returns. Did you see he tweeted? He's got a new profile picture. Him looking like a wizard or something, holding in his hand the Fantom logo. He is kind of the Thanos of the Fantom world in a way. He snaps his fingers and half the market cap disappears.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. I just thought of that. Anyway, he apparently is returning, and Fantom pumping 30% or something like that.
That's great.
Based on him changing his profile picture. I don't know. Did he even tweet anything? I just saw people going crazy over it. And then over on CoinMarketCap, I saw the pump. A lot of shitcoins pumping lately, by the way. Is this alt season? Polygon up 25% in the last week. Yeah, Spooky Swap up 25%. Scream up 35% in the last week. Crazy. Yeah, who would have thought? I don't know why Polygon is pumping so hard. Everything pumping except Bitcoin. Only up 2%. Ethereum up 4.5%. Yeah. Binance up 20%. So, alt season? Probably not. This is probably a dead cat bounce of the massive support of Bitcoin at 20K, which is quite sus, in my opinion. I've seen a lot of coping in more traditional financial outlets about Bitcoin's support level here. I saw something that said Bitcoin support shaky at 20K, but investors are ready to buy. You know, not a great volume is way up though since July.
Wow.
Yeah, volume is crazy. So who knows what will happen? I mean, there's just this tiny little blip at 20K from last July. That's the support level, right? Or July, last July 2021. That's the support level, and of course it is also close to the all-time high from 2018, 2017. I don't know though. I'm scared. I'm not buying here. Yeah. What do you think? Are you a buyer at these prices, Kazuaki?
I was thinking about it.
Oh, you're thinking about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Gonna start DCAing? Because it's not a bad place to DCA. Because where's it gonna go down from here? 14K or something like that. The other support, 14 to 13K.
Yeah.
I don't know. In my opinion, if you look at the last couple bull runs, we usually have this, slow and steady wake off the bull run. It's definitely got more time to the next halving, which I think the halving is probably the most important thing when it comes to crypto prices. So I think we could definitely see some downward movement. I think probably a lot of folks, if they see it at 15 or something, are quite interested. So, but you don't want to, I don't know. Do you buy at support here for a macro? Sus. Very sus. Looming recession. That's not happened previously in Bitcoin's life, so count me out personally. But anyway, Andre is back to Fantom. So shitcoin season.
By the way, he tweeted with the picture saying like, "Oh shit, here we go again."
Yes, he did. He did. I saw that. He did post the San Andreas meme.
Yeah.
What nonsense will he come up with next? Everyone's waiting to see. Perhaps a new type of decentralized exchange where you flip a coin and lose all your money. That sounds interesting to me. Anyway, okay, I have all these. I sold all my Fantom stuff, right? Everything, gone. Except I did buy. So I have a bunch of locked tokens on a bunch of different chains still.
Yeah.
Good idea, bad idea. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I have a bunch of NFTs on Fantom still.
Oh, nice.
Because, that was a big thing on Fantom is like if you wanted to get whitelisted for new token airdrops and stuff like that, everyone, they often would do it if you had bought Fantom NFTs, different series. So I've got a bunch of NFTs over on Fantom. They're probably not pumping, but I should probably go take a look. But Kazuaki, you're getting into the world of NFTs too now, finally?
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Well, do you know the artist Tom Sachs? He's a US-based artist, kind of like a conceptual artist. He collaborated with Nike recently.
Cool.
And then he sold a bunch of Nike sneakers and T-shirt. And I recently bought Nike shoes designed by Tom Sachs, which is sold out like, I don't know, like 5 to 10 minutes online.
Yeah.
And he's doing kind of like Andy Warhol type of shit, like,
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It
Chanel poster.
Yeah. I see Budweiser.
Yeah. Put that sticker on the SpaceX space shuttle.
Cool.
And he actually did the installation somewhere like near LA River.
Mm-hmm.
And then also like his revenue goes to LACMA, like Los Angeles Automobile Museum.
Oh, I thought you said Rilakkuma.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, I want to support Rilakkuma as well.
Yeah. No, LACMA is cool. That's the place with all the street lights outside, right?
Yeah.
This installation.
Yeah. So, he recently released like actual art poster or card, art print, like huge, massive art print with Chanel and cup noodle and the Trojan sticker on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then each poster has like numbering and also like QR code with the hologram. And then the QR code directly goes to the NFT. So it's kind of like a combination of digital and then physical art.
Yeah, nice.
So the meeting was over. Like there are only like 24 hours of meeting. And then minting time actually over yesterday. Mm-hmm. So I don't know which number I got, but like I actually bought the poster and then NFT.
Wow. How much was it?
So it's pretty expensive, like not that expensive compared to,
Well, it's art.
It's
from
art.
A famous artist.
Yeah. It's come with like wooden frame and then shipped for free worldwide. So it's not that bad. So
yeah,
I bought it for about like 800 USD.
Oh, that's cheap.
Yeah,
that's really cheap.
It's really cheap.
So wait, it comes with one of these NFTs. I'm looking at the NFTs on OpenSea, and the floor price is like 3 ETH.
I know. So
that's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Pretty
like
nice
$800. Yeah, it's mint. It means it's over.
Yeah. So did you sell your NFT yet?
No, I haven't even get the NFT.
Oh, you gotta wait to get it.
Yeah, we gotta wait to get it.
Yeah.
So I'll put that art in here once I got it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's way classier than any of my NFTs.
Yeah.
Now I'm pissed. Why didn't you tell me? I should have got in on this.
I know. I should have let you know.
Yeah. Gotta give me the alpha. Now, these are kind of cool. I like these.
Yeah.
Tom Sachs.
Tom Sachs.
Oh,
cool artist.
Cultured. Yeah.
Yep. Cool artist.
I want one of these Snickers U.S. Postal Service ones.
Yeah. I think that's the most expensive one.
U.S. Postal Service?
Yeah.
It's very, it reminds me of like Balenciaga or...
Oh, yeah.
Vetements.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. He like collecting the garbage and then make the new art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then sell it to people for a lot of money.
I know.
Yeah. No, it's cool.
Yeah.
A lot, NFTs have been popping off lately.
I know.
What was the one that came out this week that everyone said was probably a scam, actually? Because, the people who bought it was all NFT insiders. Some kind of like art gobblers.
Oh, wow.
Is that what it's called? Art gobblers?
Again?
Or something? Did we talk about this last week? Art gobblers?
Yeah. I think you mentioned like a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Or last
week.
No.
This is something different. This just came out last week. I think.
Oh wow.
But it actually has a new protocol built into it.
Oh.
So it's not like a typical NFT. It's got something interesting about it.
Mm.
Yeah, they're called Art Gobblers. Floor price is 10 ETH.
What?
And on OpenSea it says Art Gobblers squirt goo and gobble art. I don't know what the hell that means. But I do think there is some kind of utility here of maybe you can feed it other NFTs or I don't know, something like that. I don't know anything about it. I shouldn't be saying anything. 10 ETH. Everyone's very salty. But pretty interesting. So there you go. NFTs popping off again. I'm about to buy a VFriend or something. I'm getting the urge to buy something.
How many Jubilee did you get?
Just one.
Just one?
Yeah. Should I have bought more?
Yeah.
I'm over leveraged on the lady. I've got too many. I gotta find something. I'm gonna buy a tubby cat next.
Yeah.
Something. Anyway, NFTs.
Yeah.
Ooh, we should make an NFT.
I know. Like the podcast.
We'll call them Salvatore's. It'll be a limited edition of 1,000 emails that I get from Salvatore every week.
Oh yeah.
Salvatore, if you listen to the podcast, I will 100% return your email. Just email me and tell me that you listen to the podcast. I don't think he does. Anyway, anything else for this week? I think that's all I got.
Yeah, I think it's good.
All right. Well, folks, thanks for listening. As always, something about Web3. This is a good one. Trying to bring the energy, the controversy, the economy, and the milady. I don't know. That was a weak attempt at a new catchphrase. Anyway, we'll see you next week. As always, we're something about Web3. Follow us on Twitter. Dan_Lippert, Kazuaki Shiguro. And bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.